It is 4 p.m. We bring developing news.
And the stories behind the headlines. This is Storycon. I'm Regina Lay.
I'm Ed Lingao. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has appointed Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Boying Remulla as the new ombudsman. Malacanang says Remulla is expected to continue promoting transparency, strengthening anti-corruption measures, and ensuring fair and speedy administration of justice. Marcos stresses that transparency, fairness, and the rule of law will continue to guide his administration's vision for a bagong Pilipinas. Remulla succeeds Samuel Martires, whose term ended in July and will have a fixed term of 7 years. Before this announcement, Senator Amy Marcos said she already expected Remulla's inclusion in the shortlist for ombudsman. She earlier filed a complaint against the Justice Chief over the turnover of former President Duterte to the International Criminal Court.
Ang totoo, in-expect ko na kasi patungo na ron yung sobrang bilis na pagdidismiss ng iba't ibang kaso sa ombudsman, yung last-minute clearance ni Attorney Laugan, ganun din yung sudden inclusion ni Secretary Remulla, talagang binabaliktad na yung sarili nilang mga patakaran, hindi na sinusunod yung batas at talagang wala nang rule of law dito sa ating bansa. Nakakalungkot po.
Are you
Naobliga po ako na i-defer at hindi suportahan yung appointment ng bagong JBC member kahit kilala ko siya at alam ko na mahusay siyang huwes, talagang kinakailangan na alamin natin ang mga patakaran sa JBC. Kasi sila na ang nagpupwesto ng ating mga huwes. Nakakatakot kung hindi sila sumusunod sa sinasabi ng batas.
At the upper chamber, Senate President Tito Soto has revealed the names of possible successors to resigned Blue Ribbon Committee Chair Senator Ping Lacson. In the list, he identified Senators J.V. Ejercito, Rafi Tulfo, Kiko Pangilinan, Pia Cayetano, and Risa Ontiveros. Ejercito thanked the Senate leadership but has already declined the offer, saying there's another lawmaker that can better handle the role. Soto says the new chair of the powerful panel could be announced today or tomorrow when the majority bloc meets for its caucus. Soto has already dismissed the possibility of Lacson staying on in the post, and the Senate President pro tempore has also made his decision to step aside final.
Ayaw talaga.
Ayaw na. Finally, decision, sir.
Oo, parang mas magiging effective siya as a critic. Kaya, baka blessing in disguise.
Sir, may mga gustong mag-reconsider po kayo sa Blue Ribbon Committee Chairmanship.
When I say no, it's no. When I say yes, it's yes.
Sir, may recommendation po kayo? So wala na, sir?
Final answer na, no? Final.
And here are the other stories we're watching this Tuesday, October 7. Senator Mark Villar admits that a contractor with government projects in Las Piñas is his cousin. He made a statement during his appearance before the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or the ICI. Villar clarified that his cousin only obtained projects after his term as Public Works Secretary ended. Meantime, contractor couple Curly and Sal Discaya will face the commission again tomorrow. The Discayas have asked for more time to present documents linked to alleged anomalies in government flood control projects.
The Philippine Embassy in Norway has requested a meeting with Norwegian officials after Filipinos were reportedly denied a currency exchange service at Oslo Airport due to alleged money laundering concerns. Philippine Ambassador Enrico Foss said the embassy will ask if any official policy on this exists after the incident was posted by One News host Gretchen Ho on social media. Back to the Senate, Senator Jinggoy Estrada has filed 4 counts of perjury against dismissed DPWH engineer Bryce Hernandez. That happened at the Quezon City Prosecutor's Office this morning. The complaint follows Hernandez's claims that Estrada was involved in 355 million pesos worth of alleged irregularities in Bulacan flood control projects. Estrada denied the accusations, calling Hernandez a liar, and said the claims were in retaliation after he cited Hernandez in contempt during a hearing.
And the House Minority Bloc is united in pushing to cut the proposed 2026 budget of the Office of the Vice President. Lawmakers criticized VP Sara Duterte for skipping the budget hearing, saying funds should be limited to salaries and essential operating expenses. The OVP initially sought a 902.8 million peso budget, but some lawmakers want it slashed to as low as 190 million pesos. And joining us today, Storycon's 64-year-old.
46? You said.
64.
You got the numbers wrong.
Hindi, baka dyslexic lang si Ronald eh.
Yeah, mali yan, mali yan.
That's according to Romel Cecilio, isang tagapanood
Hindi
natin.
marunong magbilang na.
Baka matroll tayo ni Romel.
Ang daming fake news online, no? 46 daw.
Nung college kami, ang tawag ko kay Romel, hap-hap.
Bakit hapa?
Hap lang yung commitment niya sa cause eh.
Naku, nagkakasundutan. No? So ikaw, ano ka?
Ha? 80-20.
Aba?
2020.
20% pa.
Si Patrick, 1/3.
Teka, pakilala ko muna namin.
Okay.
Ang aming resident political heckler, si Ron Llamas.
And from
Surprising.
Philippine Star. Wait, before you comment on that, Editor-in-Chief, Ami Pamantuan.
Nagulat ka ba, Ami? Parang, ha?
Hi everyone. Hindi.
Daming surprises today.
Ha?
Ano ka ba?
Ombudsman na si Boying. Parang
Wala
gano'n.
naman na. Surprise doon.
Surprise ba?
Ha? Parang gano'n, di ba? Ha? Si Boying? Parang surprise ka, di ba?
Well, in fairness,
Wala
sabi
naman
daw
ibang
kapon.
actually, wala naman ibang nabanggit na most likely. From the start siya.
The name, I don't know if this was just to muddy the conversation, pero at some point,
Talagang muddy
yung
the
pangalan
conversation.
ni Michael Aguinaldo was coming up.
Yeah. Kasi he was also co-chair.
Hindi, siya naman
so.
daw ang top choice kahapon.
Correct.
Ng
Yes.
JBC.
Correct. So what happened in the
Eh,
last
hindi
24
naman,
hours?
Hindi naman kailangan sundan ni Presidente yung ano.
Yeah, he just has to choose from the short list.
Ah.
Hindi ba naman siya from the very start, parang si Boying talaga yung ginaguide pumunta ron.
Yung mga all roads lead to Boeing.
Is this the best choice? Is this the most strategic choice?
Well,
Of course,
depend-
we know why.
Depende
but-
kasi kung anong objective mo sa ombudsman. Kung ang objective mo ay yung hindi natapos na impeachment, ay in a way, maipalabas yung mga ebidensya at yung ibang mga candidates ay hindi ganun katibay sa paglabas ng ebidensya, then Boying is the best choice. Kung iyon ang main purpose mo.
Dahil he
Dahil
will
ang-
pursue certain aspects that were left hanging.
Yes, dahil ang ombudsman kasi may power siya na wala yung ibang mga mga limbawa, may kaso ang Sandigan Bayan, pwede niya i-take over yun.
Yes.
Pwede niyang kunin.
And also,
Pwede niyang buksan yung mga salin.
the ombudsman doesn't need to be confirmed by the Commission on Appointments,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So,
yes.
diretso na to.
Oo, pati yung budget nila, walang ko-control. Para meron silang autonomy at independence.
But in what way could this
Although
back...
ano yun technically, humaharap pa rin nun si Martires sa House.
Yes. Pero,
Nagreklamo nga sila noon eh.
I think more
Nagreklamo
for-
sila, why do we have to defend our budget na dapat independent, sila financially independent sila dapat eh.
Correct.
Yeah,
Fiscal autonomy sila.
parang si HR, ginawa nilang piso tsaka 1,000 in separate incidents.
Oo, kahit yung COA.
Under
diba?
Duterte,
Sinabi
you
din
mean?
na ng COA noon eh.
But,
Sinabi din niya ng COA.
but in what way could this backfire on President Marcos?
Kung wala siyang katulad ng ICI, hindi masyadong dramatic yung output, then tatamaan. Lalo na ngayon kasi na yan yung nangyari sa Blue Ribbon, nag-step down si Senator Ping Lacson. Tapos yung ICI, ang tingin ng iba, medyo mabagal, saka hindi transparent. Then the ombudsman will fill that vacuum. No? Kung dramatic at saka very compelling at mabilisan yung kanilang pag-file ng kaso. Halimbawa, plunder. Plunder kasi non-bailable eh. So, kulong kagad yung kakasuhan nila. So, yung ganun bang drama, yung ganung klaseng
He needs to
out
act
of the
fast.
box
He
na-
needs to
Yes.
make a big splash kaagad.
Because of those possibilities, I looked up kung ano yung mga lumabas sa mga possible angles on how they could go about unearthing yung mga bank records. I came across Justice Carpio's interview. Sabi niya, one of his interviews in July, sabi niya, in the SALN form that all officials sign, including the Vice President, there's a provision before you sign,
Yes.
or a waiver before you sign that says, I hereby authorize the Ombudsman or his representative to verify my assets and liabilities
Yes.
in any appropriate government office.
Kaya pwede
Oh,
niyang
wow.
i-request yung...
That's sweeping.
Pwede niyang i-request yung AMLA na buksan yung mga bank accounts.
Correct.
Na isa
Without
sa
having
mga,
to go to the court.
Yes, na isa sa mga lalabas sana doon sa impeachment trial court sa Senate na sa ngayon ay in limbo.
So sasabi niya, the
Nasa batas
ombudsman,
yun, Nasa batas yun. Nasa law yun creating the office of the ombudsman.
Tsaka pwede nilang gawin niya motu
Yung mga
proprio
powers
Yeah.
na yun.
on their own. Hindi kinakailangan may mag-file ng case.
so sabi niya, based lang on that that form that is signed by everybody, including, of course, presumably by the Vice President, the ombudsman has the power to ask the AMLA to send the records of any public officials with respect to bank accounts
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the ombudsman.
Yes. Sa Senate trial court kasi, magbobotohan pa yung lahat ng senators para buksan yung bank account ng akusado. Sa ombudsman, walang ganon.
He has enough powers
Yes.
Yeah.
to investigate.
Actually,
And
mas
nandiyan na eh.
powerful siya kaysa sa ICI. He can do more, he can move
mean,
faster.
that
And
was-
he is not constrained kasi meron ng batas eh.
Oo.
Specifying his powers. Kaya mas marami siyang magagawa. At mas mataas ngayon tuloy ang expectation sa kanya.
Tama.
Unang-una
Yes.
marami siyang pinangako. Nung ini-interview siya, unang-una ililift na niya yung ano sa salen na ginawa ng predecessor niya. At siya na nga, dahil alam naman ng mga tao kung ano ang pwede niyang gawin. Mas mataas ang expectation ngayon sa kanya kaysa sa ICI.
Yes, of course.
Actually, in moving forward.
Because this is a constitutional body, so he has the office
Yeah.
of the ombudsman has
Impeachable yan.
statutory powers.
Impeachable
Pero yun naman talaga yung excuse that the ICI is using, right? They're just gonna recommend to the ombudsman or to the DOJ
Yes.
anong gagawin sa mga kasong ito.
Kaya mahalaga kung sino papalit sa kanya sa DOJ. Dapat
May
nagkakasundo
recommendation
sila.
na eh.
nga.
Oo. Also from within the DOJ is what we're hearing.
Tama. Pero bakit naka-pink si Kwan? Si Ami.
Ano segue,
Anong decision mo, Ami? Kaya ka nagsuot ng pink? Anong
Wala nang ano yun, di ba? Kung ano na sinusot ngayon.
Alam mo,
Pati yung
mga
mga,
ganyan base sa
yung
labanan
mga
yan.
kabilang nagpipink eh.
dahil
Basta masama ang nagkukulay-kulay ako. Pag
Ano na,
masama,
masama ang ano?
Sabi ng pag-asa,
ang landscape.
What else?
tapos na yung
Panahon.
tapos na yung amihan na tayo. It's cold season. Officially started. Yan. Announcement ng pag-asa.
So dapat warm ang iyong
Tapos na.
suot.
So you're saying, if the
Dapat
sky
warm.
is gloomy, need I be too?
Yan.
Let's talk about your birthday na lang. Sino ka-date mo ng birthday mo?
Sinegway ko na eh.
Sinegway ko back to you.
Sinegway ko
Because
na nga eh.
may kasabihan
Pwede ka na
tayo.
kumanta, Ronald, when I'm 64. When I'm 64. Diba?
Sige nga, Ami,
Oh,
continue.
hindi kumakanta yan eh.
Nung nag-podcast kami ni Ami, kumanta rin si Ami.
Siya ay kumanta.
Oo, nag-podcast kami, kumanta rin si Ami.
Maraming ko si Ami kumakanta.
Kaya, hindi, mahilig kumanta si Ronald eh, kaya kinakanta
Oo nga eh.
natin.
Mahilig din,
Mahilig yan
Sa linggong
kumanta.
pag-ibig.
mahilig din,
Lunes.
Lunes.
Sige,
Alam mo yan?
tantayin mo.
Martes.
Martes. Iba yun.
Miyerkules.
Tapos Huwebes.
Huwebes.
So ano nga?
Hindi mo alam yun?
Isang linggo
No, I
pag-ibig.
know, pero kulang yung lyrics nyo.
Mahirap memorize yun. Madaling tandaan yung araw eh.
Kaya nga, ganito,
Lunes.
revolution mo.
Nangikay.
Medyo pasensya na
Losing my
pasensya
hair.
usapan eh. No?
Paano tayo napunta from ombudsman to Lunes?
Ano? Hindi,
Magkakilala.
political heckler eh. Sabi nila, si Ping Lacson daw ngayon, magiging political heckler na lang. Mas madali yung
Yes.
Mas madali ngayon actually ang magagawa niya.
Oo nga eh.
He's no longer constrained by the blue ribbon.
Oo, correct. Correct.
Yan.
Which is also
Political
good.
heckler na rin siya.
We will see talaga, he's not, oo nga, he doesn't have to be constrained by what his colleagues say.
Sorry, who we're talking about?
Si
Kinanta na ni Revolution
Senator
natin.
Ping, sabi ni
Hindi,
Ami,
mag-privilege speech ka lang dyan. You can say anything, di ka madidemand.
oo.
Yeah,
Hindi ka
it's,
matidemand.
Oh, yun ang gagawin ni Ping. Sabi nga ni Senator
Yeah.
Soto, it could be a blessing in disguise.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yun yung ginamit ang salita.
The,
Kaya yung mga nakikipag-away sa kanya, they better be, alam mo, sabi ng di ba, be careful what you ask for. Ayan tuloy.
Pero I'll go back
Mas-
to
mas
Boying.
malala yan.
I'll go back to Boying Remulla. I know there are certain objectives, political objectives that they want to they want
Talaga
to
meron?
achieve.
Hindi, he's the best candidate. On paper.
Meron talaga.
Umahataw na rin eh.
Lumalabas ako sa kuweba eh. Lumalabas ako
Sometimes.
Meron talaga?
Minsan.
Pero how will people react to that, or it doesn't matter? Kasi
Well, ang people naman talaga polarized na eh.
yeah, that's true.
Diba? Kung babanatan niya si Sara, lalabas. Siyempre, may magagalit yung base si Sara. Matutuwa naman yung mga non-Sara. So, polarized na eh. Wala ka na magagawa ron eh. No, ang pala lang dito, will sections of those groups makukumbinsi ba niya? Paano magiging up and running si Boying eh? Pag-upo niyan, takbo na yan.
But I'm sure there's a certain section na hindi niya makukumbinsi whether he does right or wrong.
Ang buhay naman kasi sineshape ng mga nagmamahal sa'yo at saka nung galit sa'yo eh. No? Yun na, wala ka na magagawa ron eh. Di ba, Ami?
That is not the answer I was expecting, but okay. Sige.
So,
Wala ka na magagawa, so might as well do your job.
Hindi,
Yes,
kahit
ganun
sino
na yan.
namang ilagay mo ngayon dyan sa ombudsman, ang inaano nila yung appointing power eh. Hindi mawawala yung mga perception na yan kahit sinong ilagay mo dyan. Iisipin nila, tao yun, appointee yan ni President Marcos eh. So lalabas at lalabas yung gano'n na kahit anong gawin yan, merong laging tama doon sa nag-appoint sa kanila.
May
Di ba?
alma, may... oo.
Ah,
Pero
hindi
some more than
mawawala
others.
kahit sino ilagay mo dyan.
dito
So,
dito
this-
lang sa story ko, may ganun eh. Yung wala kang gagawin tama.
Ganun ba?
Aray ko.
Tell me more.
Hindi mo napapansin? Kahit
I should
anong
keep
gawin
my mouth shut. Because I fear for my life.
Grabe naman.
Kahit anong gawin mo, mali yung gagawin mo. Diba? May ganun eh.
No, I was gonna
Pero
say,
mataas ang expectation nga kay Boying dahil alam ng mga tao palaban siya eh.
yes. And
Diba?
also, this is a fixed 7-year term.
7-year term.
Yeah.
And of course,
Not unless you're impeached.
lalagpas he will outserve President Marcos in this position.
Tsaka at
You
Boying's
have to think
age,
of that in that context as
Yeah.
well.
at Boying's age, tapos nag-survive siya ng isang
Yeah, he had a health issue.
isang napakadelikadong karamdaman. Hindi lang nga isa eh, dalawa eh. Survive niya yan. Parang pala siya, go for broke. Go for broke. Ko na to, legacy ko na
This
to.
is the pinnacle of his
Oo, walang,
ito na yung
Yeah,
in a way, parang
legacy
si Ping.
job na yan.
Legacy
Wala
building.
mawawala sa akin. Last term ko na to eh.
Oo.
No, 80 plus na ako sa next election eh. Gagawin ko na ito. No, tumabi na kayo lahat. Parang ganun yung attitude niya. Tayang pato na yan. No?
That's
Tataya
a
ko
good
na lahat.
perspective.
Tayang pato.
But
All bets are in.
so fixed term and he can only be removed by impeachment.
Impeachment.
Yun lang yung delikado here.
Or by
If he gets, once President Marcos steps down, then
or
he
by
becomes
a-
vulnerable then,
Or
di
by
ba?
a military junta.
Or if we end up with a military junta na, sabi mo ka, di ba you use your birthday wish on that? Na sana hindi maging military junta.
Fairy godmother ka ba talaga?
Problema ko,
Yes!
problema ko, pag nag-wish ako, yung baliktad na nangyayari.
Okay. Ihandahin Kevlar.
The universe is against me.
But do we know when he starts as ombudsman? Immediately ba? Effective immediately?
Doesn't say in the statement.
Pag-out
Hindi naman siya pupunta sa kanya.
pag-out niya, pwede na.
As soon as he takes his oath, so may magkakaroon na acting justice secretary.
Yes. Hindi naman siya dadaan sa commission on appointments.
correct.
Wala nang
Yeah.
ganun eh. So, diretso na siya.
Correct. What is the first thing we want him to act on? Kasi maraming kaso yan. There's a lot of
Salen.
different cases. Salen ba? Or yung ICI?
Salen.
Yung pinakamadali
Madali
kasi
lang kasi yung
Salen
Salen eh.
Salen is an internal
Yung
memorandum
Salen, madali
circular.
eh. Pumirma ka
Babaguhin
lang
niya.
ng order eh. Wala mo.
Oo.
Ganun lang.
It's the
Madali lang yun
ombudsman's
eh.
order mismo eh. It's a circular na internal eh.
So EO lang,
MC.
memo lang yan.
Oh, Memorandum Circular number 1 of 2019.
Actually, gray area yan eh.
Cancel niya lang yun.
Gray area yan eh. Dapat hindi na bago yung rules sa SALN eh.
Oh, and,
Nasa constitution
and
yan
how
eh.
can a circular
Unconstitutional yun.
Supersede.
Supersede.
amend the Constitution
Kaya
and
nga-
RA 6713?
Yes. So, ibabalik lang niya doon sa dating rule.
That is if the administration
Wants it.
Wants it.
Yeah.
No nga naman.
Ano ba?
Sinabi ni President Marcos, di ba?
He
Pagka
is
SALN
Kahit
niya
siya,
mabuksan.
he's ready to release his SALN. Lahat yata naghihintay lang nung galaw ng bagong ombudsman.
Oh, okay. So
So, hindi pa yung order mo.
Sabi nga ni Chel
O
Joc
yan, may
mo kahapon,
ombudsman na, pwede na.
sabi nga ni Congressman Chel Joc mo kahapon, ano na nangyari doon sa aking proposal na maglabas ng
disclosure.
SALN? Oh. Ba't wala pa rin
Wala
naglalabas?
sumunod sa
Yan.
kanila eh.
Alam mo yung wala pa is yung proposal ni Congressman Jokno,
Infracom.
Infracom
Iba pa yun.
disclosures.
Oh.
Hindi
Dalawa
pa sila
yung
naglabas.
disclosure.
Dalawa yung proposal niya eh. Yung isa SALN, yung isa yung disclosure ng
They
links.
never released it. And there were 4 or 5 names yata who admitted they had conflicts of interest while sitting as
Yeah.
Infracom committee members.
But just to be clear, ang SALN is not just disclosing your total assets and total liabilities. It's
Yeah.
as well
Detailed
disclosing
Your relatives.
what kinds of assets you have, real property,
Pati
and
spouses.
Tsaka kasama dyan yung relative mo.
and relatives. So, kung sino yung mga relatives mo in office, and so, and yeah, well, real properties and cash in bank accounts. Magkaiba yun eh. So, doon pa lang kasi makikita mo na yung mga lupain.
Yes. Kung ayaw mo ibigay, pwedeng i-check yan sa LRA. No? At makikita doon yung mga lupa, properties na nasa iyo at saka sa iyong kamag-anak, immediate family. Kalawa sa LTO, yung iyong mga luxury cars, yung iyong mga kotse, mga eroplano, etc. No? Lalabas
Siguro ang dami annex yan, no?
sa Kaap, no? Lalabas yan. Tapos sa AMLA, yung mga bank accounts mo, at least yung hindi nakatago sa Cayman Islands or sa Panama.
Mga offshore accounts.
At least mahahanap nila rito yon.
Kasi sa matagal na panahon, nakaugalian ng marami, including in Congress and the Senate and the Supreme Court, hindi sila naglalabas ng SALN. Ang nalabas ng nila is ranking na
Yung
who are
summary.
who are the top 10 richest congressmen, tapos pangalan and totals. Who are the top...
Saka summary. Pero
Oo.
pwede na rin yun, di ba?
Well,
Kasi may mga, ewan ko, ikaw Ronald, dati ka nasa gobyerno eh. May mga nakausap na rin ako mga government official mataas current. Nag-aalala daw sila, may mga nag-aalala daw na mga government official na baka maharas sila kapag lumabas lahat ng mga assets nila. Ewan ko kung anong klaseng harassment ang pwede ron, pero yun ang inaalala nila.
Yeah.
Kaya ang suggestion ng iba, kung pwede, merong portion doon na redacted.
I think
Pero
they also
isasubmit
redact...
sa... pero yun, isasubmit sa ombudsman, walang redacted.
Yes.
Yung i-release ng lahat sa ating mga chismosa, meron silang mga tatanggalin ba? Pero yung total, yung asset, liabilities, and yung net worth, nandun.
Yeah.
Ang norm sa ombudsman ay ilalabas sa publiko. Although, pwede sila mag-decide na wag ilabas ang parts noon. But that will be the
Yan.
exception rather than the rule.
Ay,
Yung rule sa kanila ay public disclosure.
If I
Yung
remember,
mga-
Bok, sa PCIJ, we would collect SALNs every year.
Yes.
The SALNs we would get from the Ombudsman and the Civil Service Commission, redacted talaga, for example,
merong redacted.
ang addresses, ang current address especially.
Yan,
Personal
yan.
details.
Para hindi ka
Yan.
pupuntahan kung sino-sino sa bahay mo. As well, mga minors, redacted yung mga identities.
Nung panahon
Yan.
namin,
Yes.
natural yan eh. Pagsimula ng taon, ng fiscal year, submit ka kagad. In a few days, makikita mo yung salin mo sa dyaryo. Okay? Talaga, makikita mo siya.
kasalanan
Di ba,
naman yan.
Ami, lahat ng mga salin no,
natigil lang
nakapublish.
siya kay Digong lang eh.
Correct. Yeah.
Under Duterte lang natigil, yun lang.
Meron mga
Dati,
hierarchy.
automatic, basta nag-umpisa yung amin na yung mga nyo, tingnan natin
Labas
kung
na
sino
yan.
pinakamayaman
Ginagawa ng
sa
story
inyo.
yan eh.
Nagbibiruan pa nga di ba? Nagbibiruan yan sinong pinakamayaman sa inyo? Sinong pinakapobre? Uy, sinungaling ka. Yan ang sinasabi namin. Sinungaling to.
Sinabi ko nga
Ganyan
yan,
lang
Ami,
naman
eh. Doon sa isang high-ranking official, dahil parehas kami ng SALN. Alam ko, ang dami niyang luxury cars.
Akala ko,
Sabi ko,
mas marami kang
Hindi,
assets.
bumaba nga yung self-esteem ko eh. Sabi ko sa kanya, kalokohan. Kalokohan yung SALN mo, galong-galong, no? Ngayon, mataas pa rin siyang opisyal ng gobyerno.
Talaga?
Hindi ko alam kung gano'n nakataas.
Ilang syllables?
Medyo,
Ilang syllables?
Apat.
One syllable lang.
Apat na
Yung
syllable.
mga ron, di ba? Pag nagpa-file ng Salen si Imelda Marcos, nung congresswoman pa siya, di ba? Niloloko siya lagi. Ang excuse na nun, yung net worth niya liit-liit eh. Kasi ang laki-laki daw ng liability niya.
Pero Bok, I remember,
Ganyan eh.
there was a time in the lower chamber, si Imelda was the second richest, almost 1 billion pesos in assets ang nakarecord kay Imelda.
Pero may time naman na napaka-poor niya. May time na poor siya.
Medyo
Kaya nga
milagroso
ganon.
ng konti si Imelda. But I remember dati, almost ₱1 billion ang assets niya. Siya alone na, hindi kasama, siyempre wala na si Ferdy. Ihiwalay naman yung sa mga anak niya. So parang nagtataka marami na parang, how did she collect that much?
How did she collect?
assets? So,
Well, yung high
That much
government
assets?
yung high government official nga na
Ang trabaho
binabanggit
You want me
ko.
to answer that?
ang trabaho lang niya, Ministry of Human Settlements.
Yung high government official nga na binabanggit ko, under fire din ngayon eh.
Oh, incumbent.
Incumbent.
Oh, wow.
4 syllables. Ay, si Senator Gordon naghihintay na eh. Oh.
Gordon.
Ayun.
Two syllables ang Gordon.
4 syllables yung first name.
Hindi, yung last name.
Last name. Oh, but that's easy to guess. Oh, naman.
Ayan
Okay, let's now bring in our first guest for the day. We're talking to former Senator Richard Dick Gordon. Good afternoon, Senator. Thanks for joining us on Storycon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
Senator.
Idol.
Nakamute
Nakamute.
po kayo.
Sir, nakamute kayo.
Nakamute po kayo.
Good afternoon.
There you
Thank you for
go.
inviting me, and I'm very happy to
Ayan na, okay na.
Yeah.
Okay na.
Ano po? Let's start with ano?
Ayan.
Sir, anong tingin niyo sa nangyari sa Blue Ribbon? Considering that you had a long experience with the Blue Ribbon Committee, tingin niyo sa Blue Ribbon, si Ping Lacson had to step down. Do you agree with what Ping thinks he had to do?
Siguro mahalaga ay anong tingin ni Senator na nangyari?
It's very unlike Pink to do that.
Yeah.
I think Pink could handle the investigation. He's a seasoned investigator, and he does his homework. And I'm surprised why he would allow himself to lose his energy because of some senators who are probably worried that they're going to be found out. So I think he should get back right away.
But you were Blue Ribbon Committee Chair for a long time, Senator, and I mean, talk us through yung pressure from your colleagues because, of course, you have to maintain a semblance of collegiality, right?
He means civility.
Oh, civility.
Actually, I never really cared. I never really minded because my attitude in my whole life is when you take an oath, you must make sure that you swing that bat, and you must not be afraid, and you must go ahead and do what you have to do. That's why if you look at all my reports in the Blue Ribbon, these are unafraid conclusions. Unfortunately, the people who were supposed to file the cases, and even if we did file some cases, they were unafraid to file the cases. And that's really the story of this country. People in government look behind them to see, okay, ba kay presidente ito? Baka magalit ang presidente sa akin kung ifa-file yan. And that's where the crux of the matter lies. Takot ang mga dapat mag-file. Kung takot sila, dyan natin dapat pupwersahin na sila gawin nila yung trabaho nila. Every time when I was investigating, I would call the attention of the ombudsman. You can motu proprio right away. Pag nakita nyo, mali na yung ginagawa. Motu proprio, you can do an investigation right away of your own. Yung money laundering council ba? Kita nyo yung family. Halos araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos, bilyon-bilyon ang nilalabas for what at one time. Abay, ang kanilang kapital ay 625,000 lang. At kung titignan ng ombudsman yung trabaho niya, talagang hindi pwede yun. They were financially and they were incapable or unqualified. Wala pa rin. Kaya ngayong mga panahon na ito, ang pagkakataon ng bayan na talagang dagukan lahat yung hindi nagtatrabaho because you commit a crime by not doing what you're supposed to do. It's called you commit a crime by dolo or by culpa.
Yeah. Pero di ba, Senator, ang kaibahan sa sitwasyon ngayon, yung posisyon ng ombudsman ay nakadikit doon sa survival ng Senate President. Ibig sabihin, kung totoo yung mga lumabas more than a week ago na some members of the majority ay nagpaplanong umalis sa majority dahil hindi sila masaya sa conduct ng ombudsman, then the Senate President will be changed.
Blue Ribbon Committee, hindi ombudsman.
Hindi, ombudsman pala. and eventually, the Blue Ribbon will be changed. Diba?
Even yung contact ng chairman ng Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
Ombudsman.
may mga senador na nagreklamo, nagpaplanong umalis sa majority dahil sa conduct ng Blue Ribbon. At kung hindi nag-step down si Senator Ping Lacson, baka natanggal din si Senate President Soto. Yun yung, di ba, yung kaibahan at this point. At
Dapat harapin ng bayan yan. Kung ganyan klaseng mga senador natin, natatakot sila, ayaw nilang umabante, then matatamaan sila, then they're guilty as sin. I'm not judging them, but kung yan ang ginagawa nila, nagtatransaction sila dyan, papalitan nila ang Senate President to the prejudice of the entire country, then they should really be removed. At dyan tayo dapat magsabi, yung mga luko-luko dyan, mag-resign na kayo.
Hindi magre-resign yun, Senator. Saka sabi naman nila, yun na nga ang sabi niya ni pwede pa namang tuloy-tuloy pa rin si Senator Ping Lacson na mag-imbestiga and he can still talk, privilege speech, and he will continue with this investigation. Kasi alam naman natin yan, kapag nagpipresenta ng kaso niya, kumpleto yan eh. Meron yung PowerPoint, meron lahat-lahat, at pinapangalanan lahat. So matutuloy pa rin niya yun without compromising. Yun naman nasabi ng mga tao, no? Without compromising the Senate President, na alam naman natin na malapit sa kanya.
I disagree with you. Kung ang tao talaga magpapakita ng silakbo ng loob at harap doon sa Senado, you can shame them into resigning. Kailangan talaga meron na tayong ganyan. Kung ayaw nilang gawin ang trabaho nila, they have no business staying 1 second longer in the Senate. Kung gagamitin nila yan para takutin na magkakaroon nila reorganization, and you know what a reorganization means, panibago na naman, that's delay again. Eh, talagang masamang intention niya mga yan. I have no basis for saying that because parang speculative yan eh. Sinasabi lang nila, they're unhappy with the leadership, they will change it. Eh, hindi ba yun ang essence ng problema natin? Ang ating gobyerno ay transactional lahat, may kapalit lahat. And when we see that, we should call a spade a spade. Kaya nga ng Supreme Court ng araw, when you see a monster rear its ugly head, you should cut off its head right away.
Hindi yan magre-resign, Senator. Ano na lang tayo? Punta na lang tayo doon sa ombudsman bago ombudsman Anong inaasahan niya? Because you forwarded the recommendations for formally, no? But I'm sure nakulangan kayo doon sa trabaho ng former ombudsman, although you told me kung bakit gano'n na nangyari. Pero ngayon, ano yung inaasahan nyo sa bagong ombudsman?
Isa din ang kaso dyan, no? Ang dami-daming makita mo, if you go back not only sa family but other crimes that have been perpetrated, I think Mr. Remulla will have his hands full at uusad din. Lalo na yun sa family, very, very clear ang kasalanan ng presidente. Inamin niya pa mismo. Sinabi niya pa ako rin nagnakaw nung araw. Sinabi niya pa ako nagpa-transfer ng pera. Pinalipat ko sa PSDBM. Siya ang nag-appoint ng mga PSDBM. Pinagpatanggol niya pa yan. Siya ang nagtatanggol kay Michael Yang na mabuti raw tao na yan raw ay nagpapasok ng investments. Lahat siya magpapatunay na talagang pinagtatakpan niya. At makikita mo, technically, pag hinanap mo yun sa family, makikita mo talaga walang kalaban-laban niya mga yan. You cannot give a contract to somebody who's totally unqualified financially and legally. Hindi mo pwedeng ibigay yun. Yun lang, madadali na yung mga yan. Pero bakit malakas sa loob nila? Dahil nakatakip sa kanila yung Pangulo ng Pilipinas, na kaibigan ng Pangulo ng Pilipinas yan. So, now is the time for all good men to come together because if we do not do that, then forever Amber, the Filipino, is going to be victimized by these people.
What exactly are you saying here, Senator Gordon? Are you saying President Duterte benefited from the family transactions?
I'm saying that he is part and parcel of the conspiracy to fleece the country of at least 11 billion to 47 billion in the family scandal. He tolerated
May
it.
dadagdag pa ba,
He
Senator?
appointed the people. Umabot kami doon sa 11 billion. At kung papakita ko sa inyo, yung recital, nung lumalabas sa pera araw-araw, isang araw maglalabas ng 2 billion, 1 billion, abay magugulat ka. Hindi ba dapat kung matino yung presidente, uy, bakit kayo nagbabayad ng ganyan? Sikin nyo sa AMLA, saan galing ang pera yan? At makikita nyo, pag pinakita natin yan, malalaman niya, halimbawa, on May 8, 2020, naglabas sila ng 3.82 billion. 3.82 billion. On June 9, naglabas sila 2.87 billion. On June 10, naglabas sila 245.846 million. Ang lalaki ng pera. Now, Sipin mo, meron tayong money laundering, ay ba dapat galing ang pera niya sa land bank. Government corporation yan. Kayang-kaya ng ombudsman, kayang-kaya ng tinatawag nating AMLA na pasukin yan at hulihin kagad. Bakit hindi ginagawa? Takot kay President Duterte. Ang signal doon, puproteksyonan niya yan. To the point na minumura niya ang Senado, minumura niya lahat kami, ay talaga makikita mo, matatakot ka talaga. Dahil dinadaan niya sa panduduro, intimidating. At pag ikaw na-intimidate, ay talo ka na.
May dadagdag pa ba siya ngayon? Because naka-file na yung di ba, formally case. May dadagdag pa ba si President Duterte? Because yung yung report mo sa Senate Blue Ribbon, hindi pinirmahan ng mga senador, di ba? Dahil kasama siya.
Doesn't matter.
Dahil kasama siya. Pero ngayon, pwede pa siya idagdag.
Yes, it doesn't matter because lahat ng ebidensya doon was taken under oath. So you can confront the witnesses. You said this. Under pain of perjury. Dali ka. So, hindi porke hindi pinirma nyo, walang silbi yun. It's under oath, so dapat habulin siya.
Your report was completed, was it 2021, Senator? Or
I believe so. I believe so.
2021. So valid pa yon until today. Pwede pa yon
Oh, yeah.
habulin ng
Yeah.
ombudsman.
It doesn't die because the statements are there. And the statements say that all these statements were made by the people involved in Farbali. Kawawa nga si Duque. Si Duque, dapat nag-resign siya nung pinipilit siya hindi siya makapag-resign. Takot rin siya. Dahil pinipilit siya, sinasabi ng presidente, ako nag-utos sa yan. Kahit sandali niya, akong bahala. Ginagano niya. You can see in the testimony of the president, araw-araw, lumalabas siya sa TV. At sinasabi niya, walang kasalanan ng mga tao ko, akong bahala. Ayan. Di ba gano'n rin doon sa killing ng mga Pilipino? Ang sinasabi niya, sige, patayin niyo yan, akong bahala. I will protect you with my life. Hanggang sinakay siya doon sa aeroplano. Sabi niya, I did it. O ngayon, I did it. Ngayon, papahingi sila ng pagkakataon na mailabas siya. At magkaroon siya ng furlough. My gosh, ano ba naman tayo? Talaga bang gano'n na tayo kaulok? Gano'n na tayo kauto-uto? Gano'n na ba tayo kabobo? My gosh, there has got to be some sign that we are a country that stands its ground. I was having lunch kanina with the ambassador from Korea and we're talking about a fellow by the name of Captain yung hero doon sa Korea, Conrado Yap, and he gave his life there. Sabi ko nga nung mag-speech ako doon sa Pep Talk, ano sasabihin ni Conrado Yap? I gave my life fighting for our Philippines and for Korea, and now babalik ako, ganyan kayo, hindi kayo lalaban. Nakakahiya talaga tayo.
I'm guessing because of your experience in the investigating the Farmally scandal, kaka-mention niyo lang po ng land bank, no, sir? I'm guessing it wasn't a surprise to you to hear na the name land bank come up again in this investigation. Kasi yung issue right now,
Ang land bank is the depository of the country. Lahat ng perang ibabayad nanggagaling sa land bank. Kaya magulihin yan. Even now, you don't even need this witness protection. Habulin mo lang yung money trail. Mapapakulong mo na si Alcantara. Mapapakulong, pati si Bonoan, mapapakulong mo. Ba't hindi tinatawag si Bonoan? Paano man nangyari ito, di ba? Ang dami niyo sinasabi. Sa Senado, ang batas, pagka nagawa na yung budget, dadaan yan doon sa Bicameral Conference Committee. Wala yung small committee. Ang pipirma niyan, yung Committee on Finance na Senado at yung Committee on Appropriations. Kung may nagpasok doon, alam nila yan. Hindi na pwedeng hindi i-deny nila yan. Hindi naman porque may nagpasok doon, mali. Ang kailangan lang malaman kung yung pinasok ay hindi ginawa. At hindi na nga ginawa, binayaran pa. Nakakasyak Tingnan mo, gano'n tayo katongo, ang tawag ko dyan, tongo. Tingnan mo, dumating ang presidente sa Ilog. O dito, may project dito. Binayaran nila pero walang nagawa. Anong ginagawa pa ng NBI? Ano pa ang ginagawa ng Ombudsman? Ano pa ang ginagawa ng COA? Dapat gumalaw na sila. Wala Hihintayin pang mapuwersa. Bakit? Natatakot palagi sa susunod na eleksyon. Doon lang sa mga lumabas dati. Dapat mahuli na lahat yung mga nagnanako. Takot tayo sapagkat ayaw nating itaya ang katawan natin para sabihin natin, ito, ginagawa nila yan. Okay, tingin sa akin, ang ginawa nila. Kala ni Duterte, pag tinanggal niya ako sa Senado, happy siya. happy ako. Thank you very much. But the point is, kayo ang malungkot because ano nangyayari? Puro mga kalokohan na nangyayari ngayon. Tawa ng tawa si Senator Llamas, oh. Nakikita ko siya.
Pero sir, kasi however you look at it, ang liit ng margin ng majority. I mean, si Tito Soto got 15 votes. And actually, all you need to do to change the leadership is 13 votes and then you have majority already. So very, very slim majority. I suppose ang reason dyan is takot sila na all it takes is 2 people to jump ship. And then you have a completely new bloc already in charge of the Senate, which could shape how things go and what direction the investigations go.
Ed, kung gagalaw ang ombudsman, matatanggal ng ilang mga senador kagad. Tama o hindi?
Tama.
O, di ba babawasan rin majority ng mga luko-luko? Di ba? Kung matapang ang presidente, at sinasabi ko presidente, dapat labas na yung tapang niya at sabihin niya na doon sa mga ombudsman, kasuhan nyo na yan. Di ba? O speedy trial. Kunyari, nakalagay sa Constitution, everybody is entitled to speedy trial. Wala eh. Binabagalan ninyo eh. Pinapayagan natin, talagang kawawa tayo.
Pero tingin niyo ba,
Pero
Senator,
kaya bang
matapang yung
isuspindi
presidente?
ng ano?
Tingin niyo ba, Senator, matapang yung presidente para gawin yan?
Hindi. Kailangan matapang yung ombudsman. Dapat alam mo batas. Wala mong batas. You can file the case right away.
There's enough. There's
Pero
enough.
kapag alimbawa sinuspindi yung senator, pwede bang suspindihin ng ombudsman and the senator will
hindi.
stop working?
Yan ang sinasabi
Hindi,
nila.
no?
Hindi pwede. Yun ang kanilang ruling
Hindi
The
pwede.
John Villanueva ruling.
But not above the law. He can be asked and hailed to the ombudsman and he can be tried and right away there is a lot of evidence at pagka ginawa mo yan, pagka-ubangar siya at tatanggalin niya yung Senate President, huling-huli, tanggal ang kanyang maskara na nagmamalinis siya, huling-huli siya, mapapahiya siya. Yun ang dapat natin matutuwan sa ating bayan.
Kasi sir, there was this 2016, hindi pala ruling 2016 issue with Joel Villanueva. He was ordered to be suspended, taken
Yes.
out of the Senate by Ombudsman Conchito Carpio Morales for a 2009 pork barrel case. The Senate ruled and voted na the ombudsman has no power over members of the Congress or the Senate, and only your colleagues can do that.
That's fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks. Ang bobola yan. Nobody is above the law. Sacrosanct yan. Hindi ka pwede isuspindi pero pwede siyang kasuhan. At kung bibilisan ka agad, ang daming testigo at meron na siyang conviction, kung totoo yun, pwede na siyang tanggalin.
Okay. Well, ganito na lang.
Pero tuloy-tuloy ang trabaho.
Hindi political will yan. Justice ang tawag dyan.
Pero pag wala pang
Senator, a
penalty.
lot of the incumbents right now, kaklase nyo din po sa 18th Congress, no? Amongst the names that were dropped during the Blue Ribbon Committee hearings and the House hearings, nagulat ba kayo by any of them?
No, alam mo kasi tayo ngayon uso isasama yung pangalan mo, guilty ka lang. That's wrong. Equally wrong yon. Yung sinasabi ko, pag kami ginawa ka, dapat parusahan ka. Pero mali rin yun, sabi mo, sinabit lang yung pangalan mo, wala namang katibayan, guilty na kagad. No, hindi porque ikaw ay may nagpasok ka na tinatawag na insertion, guilty ka. Ang masama, kung yung insertion mo, hindi ginawa at kinuha yung pera. Masama, ginawa pero kulang. Mapapatunayan yan. Ba't tayo natatakot doon? We should do that, di ba? Can you imagine? Ano pa ba kailangan? Sinabi, inamin na nga ni Alcantara. Ano, natatawa ako, sasabihin niya, hindi ko nakita. Ay, magpadala ka lang ng drone. Kaya-kaya mo magbigay ng kotse doon sa simbahan. Magbili ka lang ng drone. Muntahan mo yung ginagawa, makikita mo kung may ginagawa doon, huli na. Wala lang gusto talaga. Dahil talagang puno ang kanilang bibig ng pera. Hindi sila magsasalita.
Pero di ba, Senator, with our present justice system, ang bagal ng proseso para mag-convict with finality. So habang ikaw ay hindi pa nako-convict, practically senador ka pa rin. No?
That's a given, but it doesn't have to be slow. There is continuous hearing of cases. Kung ang piskal mabilis at talagang yung ombudsman mabilis, papibilisan yan. Magagawa yan. Dami na natin kasong ginawa yan, di ba? na marami na rin nahuli nung araw na mabilis ang trial. Yan ang hinihintay ng tao. Konting bilis, sir, para makita natin may laban. Kung mabagal, talagang nawawalan ng loob ang tao. Hindi porque, kung sa presidente ng Amerika, na-impeach si Nixon, he had to resign. O, di ba? Bakit dito hindi natin magawa yan?
Well, to be specific, sir, si Jingo Estrada was convicted for 1 count of bribery and 1 count of indirect bribery, pero a few months later, it was overturned by the Sandigan Bayan on appeal.
Nabasa niyo ba yung column ni Randy David? Lahat tayo sinisisi niya. Media turned the other way. The people, the church, took money at wala na sila, hindi na sila makalabas. Yun ang problema natin eh. Hindi porque ginagawa nila yun, they can get away with it forever. Dapat sabihin natin, mali ang ginawa nyo. Okay, you can do it once. Sabi nga nila, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Shame on you, di ba? Yun na sinasabi ko eh. Bakit ba, ano ba? Lahat naman mamamatay, takot ka ba? Kaya nga ako napunta sa politika dahil binaril ang tatay ko eh. Tinatakot kami lahat ng araw. Wala eh. Nilabanan ko yan. 4 na beses pinagtangka ng tatay ko. Lumaban ako. Laban kami ng laban. Kaya nga, hindi ba pati yung riding in tandem, tinanggap natin, binabaril ang tao sa kalye. Wala naman nagbabago. Nilagyan ko ng malaking plaka, inatake pa ako. Okay lang. O pinatalo nyo ako. Di pag namatay kayo, disisihin nyo sa sarili nyo. Pinalaki nga yung plaka. Tagal-tagal mo, bago gawin. Pero ngayon, may plaka na. Makakuha ka na ng 3 number yun. Matitrace na. Kung hindi alam ng tao na matitrace yung plaka, talagang wala tayong laban.
Senator, anong tingin nyo sa ICI? Dahil ito ngayon yung main investigating body na itinayo ng presidente. All eyes are on it. Pero parang it's jogging in place. From your vantage point, tingin nyo ba yung layunin para sa pagtayo ng ICI ay nagagawa? Lalo na kung possibly itiklop nila yung Blue Ribbon Committee investigations or hearings.
Sa akin, it's too early to tell. Let them do their job because they have to answer to the people. Let the Blue Ribbon do its job. Let the Congress do its job. That's their function. If they don't do their job, then they should be condemned to eternity. Yan ang problema natin. Hindi pa natin natatapos. Sinisira na natin ang ating loob. Dapat, talaga naman, sa totoo lang, I'm a lawyer. Anong laban ng ICI? They cannot even issue a warrant of arrest on their own. They cannot issue a subpoena. They have to go to the NBI and ask for, pwede ba, isuhan nyo ng subpoena, hulihin nyo yan. They cannot even arrest anybody. Yun ang problema. Now, if you go to Congress, will Congress grant them the powers? Di ba? I think medyo nagkulang doon ang advisor ng presidente. But, if we go there, if there are rallies in front of Congress, I remember when I was in UP, yung laban natin sa non-constitutional, non-partisan constitutional convention, we were January 26, January 30, we were in front of Congress. There was public pressure being done. Why do we allow only the rich to impose, yung interest groups, yung sila lang ang nakaka-pressure? Bakit ang tao hindi gamitin yung pressure?
But I guess yung issue namin at the moment, Senator, is the ICI refuses to open up the proceedings. Lahat closed door, wala din access yung media. They say it's to avoid trial by publicity. On our side, of course, we want to see complete transparency for the whole process, no? Where do you sit on this?
I stand on what they want to do. They want to do that, they're taking a risk. If they don't want to conduct the trial on the basis of a public investigation, mahirap yan. Ako, I never negotiate in public. Mahirap kasi. Hindi ka tapos, inaakusahan ka na. So, but if nothing happens there, then they have a problem. A former justice of the Court of Appeals there, Supreme Court. You have Babe Singson, whom I know is an honest man with integrity. I know that there's somebody there from SGV. I don't know her, but I think she's quite good. So why don't you let them go? In the meantime, may I ask a simple question? You are all learned people. Hindi ba pwede nang kasuhan yung mga tao na hulihan ng mga kotse, yung nagsauli ng kotse? Hindi ba pwedeng unti-unti natin, one at a time, nakahuli ka ng isda, reel it in. Hindi ba pwedeng kasuhan na yung mga binanggit at para masabi, magpaliwanag na kayo dyan. Di ba? Wala eh. Puro tayo salita. Dada ng dada. Let the government do its work. If we don't let them do its work and say, baka wala mangyayari niyan, ganun tayo. Well, that's a time when they don't do their work. That's a time they are really testing the patience of the public. And if you allow them to cow us, we don't deserve to be citizens of this country.
So, Senator,
Eh,
ang
umalis
tingin
na
nyo,
nga si Mayor Magalong dun sa ICI, umalis na nga eh. Dahil
naman po talaga
mukhang
investigador doon
he
eh.
struck a
Alam mo,
nerve daw, saka he struck a nerve and he got too close to home. Meron masama yung insinuation nun And it doesn't look good on the ICI na mukhang nagkakaroon ng ng mga under the table deals. Yun ang impression nun, kaya nga yung mga tao ngayon, i-open nyo na yan para walang ganung mga, para nakikita namin kung ano nangyayari.
Well, let me ask you a simple question. That's unproductive. Sasabihin niya na meron siyang rason. Dapat sabihin niya kung ano yung rason na yan. On the other hand, I remember hearing, he's a friend of mine. Bakit hindi mo sabihin yung mga cat eyes doon sa highway may overpriced? Ba't di pa natin final yun? Tagal-tagal na natin sinasabi yan eh. Yung mga barandilla sa highway, overpriced. Ba't hindi pa pinafailan? Wala mangyayari kung sigaw lang tayo ng sigaw. At wala mangyayari kung sinasabi mo yan, tapos yung ombudsman, tinatawanan ka lang, samantalang they can do motu proprio investigation right away. Samantalang we can say, bakit ombudsman, nanonood ka lang? You're a spectator? That is your job. Motu proprio means you can do your own investigation based on what Mr. Magalong is saying na yung cat eye is overpriced. Tingnan mo kagad. O di pag tinignan mo, hindi, walang overpriced. Talagang overpriced. Filean natin. Pwede ba yun?
last
pwede?
na tanong, Senator.
Yes.
Ang ini-imply nyo ba, kung lahat ng itong investigasyon na ito ay walang mangyayari in the immediate as well as the medium term, an extrajudicial response from the people is a possibility?
I do not advocate that. Gusto ko ngayon pa lang may mangyari. Gusto ko lang we exert pressure on our leaders, so-called. We exert pressure on all these people who are supposed to do the investigation. Exert pressure. Go to the Senate. Go to the Congress. Yun ang sinasabi ko. Otherwise, I'll quote you the speech of, I think was it Marulos? You blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things. Di ba? Ayaw nyo lumaban talaga you deserve. If you're a coward, die a coward. Di ba? You cannot just say, walang mangyayari. Naiinis ako dyan Yun ang palagi sabi natin mga Pilipino. Hindi pa nagsisula. Mahirap lang ako. Wala akong laban dyan. Dapat time to change our culture. Na dapat, kung may file ka, ilalaban mo all the way. Ngayon, bago ang ombudsman, pangit naman, papile ko yan. Dahil, bago na ombudsman, there's a new sheriff in town, papile mo. No, it's up now to the new ombudsman to look at the case again and look at all the evidence there are and let him do what he has to do. If he doesn't do it, then it's on him, not on me. Because that is his duty.
The people have agency, is what you're saying. We're not helpless. And on those very strong words, we will end the interview. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today, former Senator Richard Dick Gordon.
Maraming salamat, Senator.
Thanks, Senator.
Thank you. I'm happy to see you, all of you. All of you are great media people. At sawan natin ng tao. Kumalo tayo lahat. Thank you.
Kita mo, we have the same opinion. What do I always say? The power of Congress belongs to the people.
To the people.
Diba?
Labas ang kuweba.
It's not...
Nandamay pa
You laugh, pero we're not as helpless as we seem. May agency naman tayo kahit papano. Kita mo, bago na nagkaroon ng Senate leadership change and the House leadership change.
Yeah, change is coming.
Change is coming.
Hope springs eternal.
Hope springs eternal. And on that note, we hope you feel hopeful. Thank you so much for joining StoryCon today. Aming Pamituan, Editor-in-Chief of the Philippine Star, Ronald Llamas, a resident political heckler. Join us again tomorrow, 4 p.m. for StoryCon. I'm Regina Lay.
I'm Ed Lingao. Kapatid, we are one news. All sides, all the time.
This is the Story Conference Group or the StoryCon Group.